Hey guys, Sunstreaker Waza here again, just with a video following on from my last two videos. Video 1 was all about base design and sort of how best you can avoid being taken out. Part 2 as such, that was all about outpost bots, where to put your outposts, sort of talking that sort of side of base design. So what I thought I'd do is, rather than just talking about it, I thought I'd actually put it into practice and show you what I look at when I do a few attacks. Now, what I do, when I'm sort of raiding for medals or resources or whatever, I just don't go in with my A team, and that's it. What I sort of do is I attack, I split my A team up into 4 different teams, and I always try and have a couple of tanks, at least 1 or 2, definitely 1 gunner in there, and it's usually a jet or something like that, depending. So what I do, I'm going to talk about how I've sort of split my team up first. So this base, basically, it's all just designed around Strafe and Saber, and they really are devastating. Now, don't forget that they take up a lot of ability points, a lot. So what I tend to do is with that team, I tend to send Saber in, send Strafe in straight afterwards. They destroy most of the base, especially at the sort of HQ 12 level that you're raiding at. And then Ratchet will try and keep the rest of the bots alive. And I've also always got, Gnaw just to send in with a few minions just to clean up defenses that sort of don't get finished off by Strafe and Saber. Same with Rustdust, cheap ability, widespread. Any defenses that aren't taken out by those two, he will sort of clean up. And Smokescreen, obviously a sniper. He can shoot long range, just any buildings that have a minuscule of health left, he can take out. Same again, a cheap ability. So my next team, the tanks, obviously Ultra Magnus and Jump Stream. I've only just got first aid, brilliant bot. Yeah, everyone said, oh, best healer in the game. To be honest with you, I was like, maybe, is he? And he definitely is, without a doubt. Best healer in the game. If you ever get a first aid crystal coming up soon, get on it. I'm not saying invest your house mortgage on it, but I'm just saying it's worthwhile going from at least and having a good effort of trying to get 4-star first aid. Jazz, great AoE bot. If there's 2 defenses clumped together, he can take them out. Bravo, same again. He can take out pretty much anything at this level that I've got him. Perception and RC, to be honest with you, are just there just to make the numbers up. They're not great bots as such, but they're just to fill the numbers up to help the attack. This is my, when I say worst team, I mean the team that I'm less successful with out of all of them. I've got Ironhide, Huffer and Pipes. Pipes is pretty good bot, to be honest with you. His ability is not great, it's alright though. A lot of people love his ability and think it's really good. It's alright, it's pretty good. Huffer, hashtag fight for Huffer. I go on all the Twitch streams. I've sort of given up recently. I've fought to get Huffer improved, and I've spoken to Adam numerous times saying Huffer needs an improvement, Huffer needs an improvement. I doubt he's really used that much. And for me, the only time he's useful is if you're on a time trap maybe, and at the end of the attack you run out a bit of a time and you can put a couple near the HQ. But for me, it's just really too low level health, and it's the time scale of it being used is really low as well. So I don't really like Huffer, but he is a half decent tank as such. That's the reason he's simply in there. And Ironhide, same again. But with Ironhide, at least if you do get in a bit of trouble, it's only 3 ability points to use his ability to sort of rush in and take out the defense. So I can use that in sort of emergency. Mirage, half decent bot as such. It's alright. I don't really use that much. Same again. Everyone has a different use for him. Everyone will say, oh no, Mirage is great, Mirage is an amazing bot. For me, it's alright. It's not bad, but it's not a game changer. Skydive, I don't have a 4-star Skydive, sadly. I would love one. It's really expensive in costs, but you can pretty much take out anything at a low level. If you have a 4-star Skydive, level him up, and he will really help you in the short term to destroy higher level defenses and higher level HQs. But once your bots all get leveled up, you'll realise it is quite expensive. And then he will sort of fade into your B and C team. So he'll be an 18 bot without a doubt, your go-to bot at the start, and eventually he'll just go down the ranking as you get Jetfire and Firefly, sort of, if you've got them bots up to his level. And Sunstreaker, obviously, my favourite bot, love Sunstreaker, always have. This goes back to when I played TFL, TF Legends. Big shout out to all the TF Legends crew. absolute legends. They really are for the same name. I've known them guys for like 5 years. It was a brilliant game. Well, the game was alright. The community was amazing though. A really good set of lads. And then same IGN, Sunstreaker again in Battle Tactics. And then same again in Earth Wars. It's always been my IGN since back in the day. So I really do like Sunstreaker. And luckily enough, he is a good bot to have. Lower cost than Jazz. Slower burn than Jazz. Just doesn't take him out straight away. But really is a good bot to have. And my fourth team, Octopus Prime in there. Great for prime rushes. Hotspot, really good tank. Good ability, especially because he can take Scourge out of the air if you activate it at the right time. Prowl, great bot, one shot. Firefly, great bot, one shot. And then, to be honest, Wheeljack's a really good healer. He was the best out of him and Ratchet. Now there's a bit of an argument seen as Ratchet has had a buff, and now we've got first aid in. So they've all got arguments for and against. And Cliff Jump and Sideswipe, like I said, I mentioned in my last video that Cliff Jumper is amazing in Outposts. But as a bot as such, outside of that, he's okay. He's not bad. And Sideswipe, I've only got him recently. I put him in there just to level him up. But same again, he's not a game changer. Not an amazing bot. But it fills the numbers up. So what we're going to do is jump straight in. Always start at number 1. And let's go and do some attacks. So we'll do zone 12, like I said. Zone 13, I could probably attack with my whole A team. But then literally it's one attack every hour because the cooldowns are pretty much an hour for these bots that I have. So we're going to do zone 12 just so I can get 4 attacks in. So I can get some medals and show you guys as well some different attacks rather than just attacking once and it's the end of the video. So as soon as you sort of start, I sort of look at the base and what kind of base it is and sort of look how I'm going to attack it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for clumped defences close together. That's the first thing to sort of look for in a base. But with Star Saber, it's a bit different. You really want Star Saber's attacks to start or end at the collectors, because that's where he gets more ability points. Because he uses his first ability, and he needs to get a minimum of 3 ability points for him to do his next attack. So if you want to do 2 attacks, you need those. If you're using Jazz, you don't really need that because the first attack is 12. You've got some spare to use Saber or Jazz or something like that. But if you're just going to use Saber, you need to get 3 ability points back. So looking at this base, so I talked about how I don't like time traps. And this is kind of like a time trap as such, because here is really undefended. Now, what you've got to think about, I'm going to try and solo this base with Saber. It's probably doable. It really is, especially with the level mine is at. These guns don't worry me. If I can take one of them out, which is doable, the other one won't do enough damage in the time for Saber to take out the HQ. So, what I'm looking for when I want to solo with Saber here, I don't want to activate the outpost, so I want to keep him out of this really. Out of these. I really want to keep out of these. But by the way, Griffin, if you're watching this, produce this video, I'm sorry it's you on this video. I'm sorry you've got to sort of, be the victim as such. But it's good because at least you'll have a bit of feedback on your base design. But I would really change this base design, mate. I really would. You need more defences up here because that is not going to stop Saber if I can get him up there without activating the outposts. So, if I put Saber on the right here, just round here, I don't want to press it just yet. He's not going to hit that outpost. That is enough. He's not going to hit. If I go to this storage here, he's not going to hit this outpost. He's going to avoid that. He'll activate 1 outpost. Now, right now, I don't know what bot's in that, but I can deal with that. I think I can live with that. And if I send him right up this line here, these 3 will give me the ability points to go up here. And I won't need the rest of my bots. And I talked about this in my last video. If your base can get wiped out by 1 bot, it doesn't matter if you think, not a lot of people have Saber, so not a lot of people will, but I'm going to get a lot of XP for Saber from this kind of base. And if it was in an event, I'd get obviously double, or even from this weekend's event, you get triple XP. So you could get 20k XP on 1 attack. If you can take out a base with one bot, your base is wrong. I'm sorry. And you could disagree with me and say, no, time traps work. I know it's not a time trap as such, ideally, exactly. But it's the same sort of idea where you have all your defences at the front and very little at the back. And I really think, with the way Space Saber going, you can't do time traps as such. They're bringing out so many bots. So get rid of time traps. So, let's go ahead. So I'm going to drop Saber. Get him up to the storage, you're going to take a bit of damage, you get 3 ability points back, then I'm going to send him up to the top, and then I think he's going to wipe it out. Especially, I think he's going to wipe out, I might actually send him to one of the guns, because he'll do an area damage, and then he'll take out the HQ, and he's got 1 cannon hitting him, and that is it. So let's go. So drop him there, let him walk towards the cannon. I'm going to go straight to that storage there. And you'll see, we've got 12 ability points as these get destroyed. 15, send them straight up that cannon. And like I said. So, Bludgeon, we've got 1 bot. Now, hopefully, he'll turn around and attack him. There we go. You can see there. There's no match for my Saber at all. Maybe just fast forward this a bit. Before I destroy it, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you. Look at all these defences, look at all this is avoided. Pretty much every single defence. And what you can do is, if you do have a jet and you've got, say, a missile launch or a mortar hitting you, drop the jet just to kill those defences so he's not getting hit. It's all about protecting Saber. But I'm sorry, like again, if you ever have a replay where you have a Star Saber or a Defosaurus solo in your base, you need to change it. And there you go. That base, solo with Saber. This is why you've got to have a Saber. This is why you need to get a Saber. This is why you don't have a time trap. Sorry, Griffin, but your base needs changing, I'm afraid. So yeah, on to Team 2. So sometimes with the other team, because Star Saber's in that team, I just leave his cooldown, don't use any coins for him as such outside of events. Because Star Saber's been used now, any time traps now do cause a bit of a problem. But in wars, obviously you can pre-plan your attacks and you can pick what sort of bot to attack. So for me, I mean, I know I'm high level, but I evolve sort of around wars. I think if it works in a war, it will work, and I don't get really much in high level. And some guys might say, you know what, but for me, the more important thing is resources. I understand that, you know, if you want to protect your resources more, then I get that. But don't forget, if they destroy your HQ, you lose all your resources, regardless. So, same again, if someone can solo your base, they take all your resources anyway. So, you've got to, it's a playoff between protecting resources, but also protecting your headquarters. That's the main thing. So, return fire, same again. Sorry, pal, I'm sorry it's your base. I've got to go far. You just turned up, it's not my fault. So, what I do like about this base, how it's set up, is everything is spaced out. So, Jazz is going to struggle, really, to take 2 defences out. But I do need to have a bit of value as such when I'm using Jazz's abilities. So, what my idea is, I'm going to attack from the left-hand side, but the only defences that are close together is the shock tower and the beam. Or close enough for Jazz to take out anyway. Important defences. And the mortar and the cannon. Now for me, when I talked about pathing in the last attack, this is a perfect example. I think if I can drop my bots here, a couple of bots here, and then drop the rest at the top, the bots will walk upwards and round. So if I could take out everything that's sort of in the middle here, the bots will walk up to the headquarters. I don't need to guide them. You know, where you use Prime normally to sort of bring your bots in line and get them round, I wouldn't have to do that. So the bots I'm looking to use is obviously Alpha Bravo, Jazz and Magnus. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the weaker bots first to take out the collectors, then the stronger bots up here, and hopefully they'll all group together at the top. Take out that one with Ultra Magnus. Take out them two with Jazz. Take out that with Bravo. That one I think they'll just take out as they walk along. And then take that one out with either Magnus or Bravo afterwards. And then maybe another. We've got another ability points. Same again, because all these collectors are at the front, it's a lot of ability points to get. Free ability points. You know, I'm not a big fan of putting all your resources in sort of one place. And you could say they're spaced out, but they're not. Look, they're all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 ability points. 8, sorry, including the scanner. Just free. Totally free. So what I'm going to do is, let's try it out. So, let's go. Put the jump stream down there, the sector. And I'm going to drop first aid up here. And I'm going to stick an ability on it. Just give me an eye. I want to. And now as destroyed, I'll put them all up here. And I'll pop it with. Watch. Can you see? They're following the path. They might come inside now. Yep, there you go. They're following the path. So, Bravo on that. Bravo on that. Magnus. See, I want to keep that mortar there because I want them to go there. So I'm going to leave that mortar there. So I am going to do it. I'm going to take out the green there. I want them to go upwards. I want them to follow these build bots. I'm going to destroy the mortar anyway. But I'm not going to. And there we go. There's first aid working with magic. See, these are going down here. I've sort of counted them out, so I don't need them anymore. These are the 3 main bots I'm using. I'm going to use Bravo, I think. I'm just working out ability points. I need 17, so yeah, let's tick that out there. Good one, taking our bots out, and I'm going to use Magnus on that. And once this beam's down, then it's just the outpost bots left. And there we go. Take out the outpost bots. Now sometimes I've been attacking and Mixmaster has really caused me problems. So, you know, the Jazz equivalent high level can really knock you up on attacks. But that was a good example, seen in the last video, of pathing. You know, you don't have to take all the defences out. Your bots will sort of follow a natural curve round. So sometimes you can think that mortar there, I don't have to take it out. The bots will take it out just by walking to it. So same again in base design. Look at the pathing of your bots. Think about, if they attack from here, where are they going to walk to? They're going to try and walk around the walls. They're not going to try and walk. They'll sometimes try and walk through them, but if there's collectors there, they'll try and walk around. You know, and basically that guy's walls there, they're irrelevant. The walls were nothing, basically, because my bots walked around them. You want walls to slow bots down. You want them to cause problems. You know, your walls really are vital as well in base design. I didn't talk about in the last video, so I'll sort of hit about it now. But, you know, your walls are there for 2 reasons. Your walls are there to either, like I said, slow bots down as such, or to path them to where you want them to go. And that's how the top guys sort of look and think, right, where can I put my wall and make them bots either A, split up. You don't really want your bots splitting up, because obviously you want them all together so they're all causing problems. Because if you put a healer on, the healer can't really heal. It's first aid kind of such, but they'll sort of jump between the two, and it causes your healer to get attacked as well. And I don't like my bots splitting up. And as soon as you cause that problem, they're not going where you want them to go. And it sort of sets a bit of panic in. So you really don't want that. And you sort of also you path them to where you just simply you don't want your bots to go. You know, when you see that, you know, it causes problems. So I'm not gonna combine them out, but with this base design, like I said, these outposts at the front, I wouldn't like it, especially not. So sorry, Freakstar, but these outposts will get wiped out by Combiner. I would literally just throw a bot into this here, maybe take that out, and as soon as these 3 pop, put Combiner, outpost. So this is perfect for Jazz or Sunstreaker because look, 2 defenses close together, easy. 2 defenses, and I can actually put it right in the middle of the 3 there, right in the middle, just there. And then I get another ability point back by destroying all 3. So yeah, I'm only trying to destroy these two, but you've got to think, I could put it there in the middle of the two and get 2 ability points back. But I put it there, I get 3 ability points back by doing that. So 1 that side, 1 that side. And that is literally all I am going to work my attack round. I might use Mirage on the outpost, because there's 3 outposts there just to get them down. And then I might use Skydive and even Power Glide as well, because I'm getting all these down with just 2 hits. So, you know, I could do it with a lot of ability points spare, so I can afford to use them on other things. You know, that's not going to cause a problem now because of that. And like I said, because these are easy to take out, it makes the base twice as easy because you have more ability points to take the rest out. So I'm literally not much thought into it. I'm just going to drop my tanks down first, then my gunners, and then the jets afterwards. We want to try and protect the jets. So Sunstreak's going to sort of slow burn, so they are going to get a bit hit. You know, having a slow burn Sunstreak and a slow burn Skydive is not ideal really, but go with what we get. So let's do Sunstreaker there. Let's do Mirage just there, just to try and slow the bots down. Let's do Sunstreaker in the middle there, and let's do Skydive there. So you can see there, outpost bots are down, and there you go, look at that. I've got 9 ability points spare. We'll take it out, there you go. I can even use ability points now on defences that I'm not even that bothered about. I can take out easily, but like I said, because those defences were clumped together, it makes it so much easier. And I'm literally going to fast forward it now, to be honest with you, because this is just too easy now. Oh, because the base are clumped. Like I said, because if you've got a Sunstreaker and you've got a Jazz, and your base defences are clumped together, it makes it all too easy. So now onto my last attack that I'm going to show you guys. And same again, if you disagree with anything I've said, you know, if you've got any more ideas, or, you know, I don't pretend to be some guru of Earthwars. I've been playing this game a long time, like I've said in another video. But, you know, if you can prove me wrong, please do. If you can say, you know what, actually, you're wrong there because of this reason, please do, because I will incorporate that into my attacks. I'll look at think, you know what, you're right there, and I'll look at that. And, you know, you've always got to sort of learn, and I have a lot of argument about air raid. I really don't rate air raid. If you use air raid in a jet, it's the same ability points basically as using Jazz. If you don't have Jazz, I sort of understand that. But my argument is I like gunners in my teams, especially my A team. And if you're using a jet and you're using air raid, you restrict the amount of gunners you can have in your team. And if you say air raid gets killed, yeah, you can still use your jet, but it's not as effective. But if your jet gets killed, air raid is pretty much useless. It really is. You know, he's not a great bot on his own. I don't like bots where you think, you know, they can't do anything on their own. I know I talked about Saber and Strafe together, but you've seen in the last video, in the early attack, sorry, that you can use Saber on his own. You can use Strafe on his own. They just work well together. You know, there are bots that work well together, but if they can't do anything on their own, they are not an 18 bot. I'm sorry, but they're not. And like I said, air raid and a jet, the jet can do it on his own, yeah, because the jet is the 18 bot. But air raid for me literally is like a D team bot. I'll be honest with you, I don't have air raid, and I'm just missing him and Skydive for Superior. And to be honest with you, I'm not too bothered if I don't get him. I'll settle for a 3-star Superior because he will not get used. He will just sit at the bottom on a very low. He might even fill a team up, maybe, if I set another team up. Other than that, he will not get used. So, could start an argument about air raid. I've had plenty of arguments about it as such, or discussions as such, but I really don't rate him. So, on to the next base. So look, so you've got a lot of clump defences there. So if I want ability points, that's some easy ability points. So because I've got a jet in this, I can send a jet in and go 1, 2, 3, and that's all the mortars out right at the start. I got a few free ability points, but nothing major. You know, most of his stuff's at the back. So, for a second distance war, I'd go with a Primus up the side. You know, where they have these up the side like this, you know, not covered by the defence on the other side, it's too easy. But I haven't got a prime here, so I can't show. Oh, I have actually, yeah. Ooh. You know what? Shall we try Prime Rush? You know what? I can take this out without a Prime Rush, but I'm going to actually show you guys a Prime Rush. So, drop Optimus there. So you always drop Optimus on his own. So see how he's pathing towards the build bot, and then he'll path upwards. And that's what Prime does. Or what any bot does, they always path. So I'm going to send him to this mortar, and then straight away, I'm going to drop the rest of my bots. And by the time they drop, they won't be under the effect. And then straight away, I'm going to Prime Rush to here, and then all my bots will go up the side. Well, that's quite a lot of ability points, but now I'm going to try and take out as many defences as I can. And then I think I'm going to do one more Prime Rush if I can get enough ability points. I'm going to do it up there. Hopefully take out that shock tower quickly. And I'm going to actually take out that mortar because it is causing a bit of damage. So you can see the gunners are doing the work there. The gunners are out of range. And they're the ones that sort of win your Prime Rush in my opinion. And there you go. Don't get me wrong, I am overpowered there and it wasn't perfect. But that is the essence of a Prime Rush. That is how you sort of achieve it. You send Prime him, you rush him up, drop your bots, rush into the far corner as such, and then they all follow up and just skip half the base. And like I said, that base wasn't too clumped. To just give you an idea the reason I did that. But bases that are spread out are a lot easier to Prime Rush. Easier than that. You know, and as you go up headquarters, you get more and more defences, and it gets more and more spread out. And I think I was talking to Adam about HQ 16, and I was saying, you know, instead of just every time headquarters comes out, just getting the same defences and making them more HP, adding health on, making them harder to hit. And I think it's just going to frustrate people that, because people save up for 4 stars to try and kill defences off, and they upgrade them and put a load of money into upgrading them for them to say, okay, these bots you've just got now are useless. And I think it's going to cause a lot of people to quit the game. So my suggestion was rather than upping the health of these defences, add more defences, different defences. I think that there's a lot of scope for adding anti-air defences in. I really think there is. You know, a lot of people use jets for that reason because it's too easy to take out long range defences. And I think that, you know, if you add in another air defence, it just mix it up a bit and just makes people think, actually, I can't use jets on this base the way I normally do because this air defence is there. But then if an air defence is at the back of the base, you can think, you know what, I can use this jet in this sort of base. And it just adds a new perception in, you know, and adding more buildings in makes the base design even harder. You know, Prime Rush becomes maybe more easier, but then because there's more defences, maybe it doesn't. Maybe because there's more defences to take out, maybe they bring in an 8th bot into the lineup. So instead of using 7 bots, you use 8. There's been a lot of talk of that. So for me, I'm more of a fan of, rather than just take up the health of bots, look at a different way. Go sideways. Let's not just keep going upwards, you know, making it harder and harder and harder. Let's go sideways a bit. Take a sideways step. You know what? Let's let the guys level their bots so they can at least, you know, get to that level. You know, the top guys are already there, but there's a lot of guys that can't take out max HQ 15 yet. A lot of guys. And let's try and concentrate on them guys. Let them give chance to try and beat the HQ 15s. Get a lot of 4-star bots. Earn those bots, buy them bots, however way they want. And let's add different. Let's make it a bit different. Let's not keep going upwards. Let's go a bit sideways. Add more different defences, you know. So if you've got a good idea for a new defence, then put it in the notes and I'll pass it on to Adam. I tend to talk to Adam every Twitch stream. Sort of message him and say, you know, what do you think of this idea? What do you think of that? And pass him ideas on the game. Ideas on bots, things like that. Can I just say it was my idea to get ability points added to the wiki page. I'm just saying that. I did message him and put that in the Twitch stream. So yeah, any ideas you guys got on new defences? And you know what, if you come up with a good idea and put it in the notes, and I think, you know what, that's a good idea, I promise you, I'll go to Adam and say, you know what, I've got this idea for a new defence, what do you think of this? So, if you like the video, subscribe, if you like it, If you've got any ideas for new defences, please put in the comments below. And thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.